Hey guys, good morning. All right, so it is day 46 of 100 ways to motivate yourself. And today I'm doing my live video while I'm getting ready for my day because life, okay? So it's day 46 and you guys, today's lesson is gold. Hi Debbie, hi John. So today's day 46 and it's called Discover Active Relaxation. And y'all, this one is a royal kick in the pants, okay? Because what I'm about to share with you guys is something that we have all been conditioned to do as a part of our culture, okay? So what I mean by this is our culture is one that has told us, let me see if I can raise my tripod here. Hi Stacy, good morning. Our culture is one, I hope I'm not making you guys sick, is one that has taught us that as moms, as dads, as humans, how we relax is we take a nap or we take a bubble bath or we consume copious amounts of alcohol or we zone out and watch TV every night. That you have a favorite sitcom after sitcom after sitcom. Does my screen look really blurry to you guys? It looks really blurry to me. Let me see. That's a little bit better. Maybe God wanted this to blur today, right? So discovering active relaxation. What is it? Well, it quite possibly is the difference between success and failure in terms of your actual brain power and your feeling rested and restored. So I'm going to share with you just what the author says. He says there's a huge difference between active relaxation and passive relaxation. When we play video games or we do crossword puzzles or we work in the garden or we do any of these things or we walk the dog or we play a game with our kids, we're interacting with unexpected outcomes and our minds are responding at a constant basis, and how this is different and why this is relaxation is because unlike, your daily commute where it might be relaxing or doing the monotony of life, it's different because it's unexpected and your brain has to respond. You're relaxed and you're chill because you're not stressing. It's just that you are using your brain differently. So these activities actually they increase the creation of personal creativity. And they also increase our intellect and our intellectual motivation. Excuse me. It's been known that a lot of great thinkers in the world don't watch TV and they might not consume alcohol or they might not do all the things that we as just normal people consider relaxation. Instead, what they do is they find a hobby, something that interests them. It's been well known that great thinkers like Albert Einstein, he played the violin, and Winston Churchill, he painted. Now, I just got to say, I play the violin and I paint, so I didn't know I had that in common. Okay, you don't want to hear me play the violin and my paintings are not flying off of any kind of sales art gallery. Not happening. So anyhow, my point is active relaxation. Get your mind stimulated while you're chilling out and zoning out, but not numbing out. He makes the point that most of us try to deaden our mind in order to relax. Your mind doesn't need to be shot in order to relax. Your mind just needs to take a chill pill sometimes. We rent mindless movies, we subscribe to Netflix, we smoke, we drink, we watch, all these sitcoms. We make a bunch of crap food while we're just numbing out. And then the result of it is you just feel physically ailed. You feel bloated and he says that the problem with this form of relaxation is that it dulls our spirit and it makes it hard to come back to consciousness. Think about that. When's the last time you just totally chilled out and numbed out with TV? I find that when I do a Netflix marathon and I think that that's relaxation, it begets more marathons. It's almost like laziness begets laziness. And when I do things like I go downstairs and I get all of my canvases out and I paint, And a lot of times when I do that paint, it's cathartic. It's something I'm doing because something is brewing inside of me. Like a metamorphosis is about to happen. And I find that when I do that, it stimulates inspiration. It helps me to get out of my own way. It helps me to see that there is greatness inside of me that God placed there for a reason. And I need to just get down, dig into it, and do the work to pull out the gold that he put in there. He says that doing something like playing video games, you know, it's gotten a bad rap. Video games, as long as they're not like the shoot 'em up, you know, inciting terror and all these other, and anger and all these things. Doing video games and doing like Sudokus and New York Times crossword puzzles or playing chess, they create they create new nerve endings in your brain. They actually stave off, I shouldn't say stave off, they allow you to avoid dementia and Alzheimer's because they stimulate your brain. They help your brain to constantly regenerate. There's this theory that, you know, that we go downhill or that we can't learn new tricks. You can. You just have to put yourself in the position for learning. And you could do that via active relaxation. This is his final closing parting thought here. He says, thinking is the hardest work that we do. And that was said by Henry Ford, Ford, by the way, which is why so few people ever do it. But when we find ways to link thinking to recreation, our lives suddenly get richer. We become players in the game of life and not just spectators. So are you being a spectator and just sitting on the couch and succumbing to what society tells you relaxation is? Or are you reaching down and finding the gold that God has placed in your heart and actually spending time with your heart and spending time with your thoughts and finding out what you're interested in doing and finding out what hobbies you enjoy and doing those? You don't have to relax and numb out the way that society and our culture has made it easy for us to do. Instead, you can do active relaxation where you are participating in life, doing what it is that God has placed in your heart to do, creating something by, you know, maybe creating a talent such as me playing the violin or painting, or are you just, you know, doing what society says? So my question for you today is, how can you relax better so that your downtime allows you to have amazing uptime? He says that there's scientific research that shows that when you actively relax, you actually really relax to the point where it creates better brain stimulation so that when you need to go back in and be on your game, you're actually on your game. You're not just recreating and regenerating more laziness. So there you go. Practice and discover a way for your own active relaxation. Have an awesome day, y'all. Bye-bye.